And in terms of the social media part of it, you're looking for people to like help out with that, right? And help out with reaching out to people and like marketing and promoting the program, because I mean it's at a university, so you're gonna need people, and I mean people gonna want to do it too. So like, how do you feel about that part, and like what's that process like a little bit? Yeah. So again, just right now I'm just trying to use my social media to promote myself, promote the program, mainly promote the program, and just get the word out there that the program does exist, and just the details about the program, and you know, just try to get the information out there in general, really. So as of right now on campus, just be doing a lot of classroom presentations, reaching out to different students, different faculty and everything, and just like, again, this is my baby, man. This project, this program is my baby, man. I've been putting in so much work, did 3 presentations in one day yesterday. That's what's up, bro. That's good. And I'm not gonna lie, I missed the class just to do the presentation. When it's important to you like that, though, you know, you start to value different things, and you start to prioritize different things. You like, all right, I can go sit in this class, and I'm not saying skip class or nothing. By the way, listen, keep y'all grades together, man. Keep y'all grades together, yeah. So you just start to prioritize when you start to do things that's more important to you, and it's like, all right, I got this, and this. This is not really important. I really enjoy doing this, and this is most important to me right now, so I'm about to just work on this, and the other stuff gonna have to come after. And that's how it is, like when you start doing things and when you're trying to make your own stuff. So I mean, because I go through that as well, like within my podcast and all kind of stuff. I gotta prioritize, and I'm like, this comes first. I feel you. I'm like, I can't do that other stuff until this is done. So it's like that. But because for many years I thought of that too, where like going to other countries and stuff with outside of study abroad programs, back to study abroad, and just going abroad in general. So when you're not, like when you go into other countries and you're not necessarily studying abroad, do you still do the scholarships for that, like to go out the country and go visit other countries, or you come out of pocket for that? So I mean, if you get enough scholarship money, you can, and you budget right, you feel me? And sometimes the way I'm do my extra traveling is I work extra, or a lot of people, when you tell people your ideas, like for example with this program, you tell people your ideas. Now I was funded to go to Senegal, but you tell people about your ideas and the things you want to do in life and the projects you want to work on. And people a lot of times are willing to support you and give you the money and resources that you need. So you reach out to people, you tell them who you are, and again, with this program, I reached out to universities and programs in Rwanda and Uganda, and I was able to make friends through social media, and I knew, like, you know, all right, so this person knows this person, and they may have some type of connection. So, for example, in Rwanda, I met a student who goes to African Leadership University, right? And I reached out to him, told him the plans for the program while I was coming into the country, and just my ideas and everything that was going on. And I asked him, like, hey, can you host me while I'm there? So basically, if you got a room, you know, if you got a couch, anything. I know that's risky for a lot of people, but again, it is. I checked. Don't get me wrong, like risky, bro. I did everything I needed to do, bro. Like I checked, bro. We talked on the phone. We built that rapport before, you know, meeting and everything. And before you do something like that, I wouldn't just say just you know, meet somebody. Please do your research. Yeah, do your research, bro. I did my research beforehand and everything, and I always got this sounds weird, but I always got an escape plan. I'm always ready on my toes. I cover every single thing I need to do. So I knew bro was a university student. I knew, you know, we talked a lot beforehand for months on end, and then I asked him to host me. You know, bro host me in my time in Rwanda. That's what's up. We went out, you know, a few nights and just went to parties, and it was cool. It was regular, you know. And again, I expect people to, you know, do what you need to do. Don't, you know, just go with somebody. Make sure you do your research. Do your research, yeah, of course. So that really comes from like a connection standpoint, though, right? Like that's the positive part of social media. Yeah, it's the connections for sure. That is a huge plus in social media. But for the connections part, so that's like the main source of how you are able to go to a lot of different places, because you got the connections for it. Connections and networks are huge, and you don't even know, like, it's so many people like
you put out a call on Facebook like, hey, I'm going to Rwanda, could somebody help me out? Somebody, it's a bunch of Rwandans that live in Kalamazoo, and they may say, oh yeah, I got a brother who lives in Rwanda still, or I still got, you know, a cousin live here and there and everywhere. Everybody, like, the world is so the world is so global. Everybody knows somebody that lives in the country, bro.
That is true.
If that makes sense, yeah.
And everybody knows somebody. You never know who people know.
Yeah.
And regardless of what they look like on the outside, you just don't know. So you gotta put those preconceived notions away, because you never know.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. And I have a friend, man. I talked to him the other day, and I was telling him about your program, and he was asking me too, like, you know, like, because I told him that you have a lot of connections, like, over in Africa and, like, a lot of different places in the world. Because you go a lot of different places. And I was telling him that, and he was asking, like, well, how do I start that process of, like, building connections? And, like, and he even brought up a mentor. Like, how do I get in contact with, like, a mentor? And I, like, helped him out a little bit. But I wanted to hear how you would answer that, because now I can record this clip and just send it to him. Send him the video. So I mean, how would you answer that question, like, in terms of building connections and finding a mentor, things like that on a campus like this?
So first, I will always encourage people to work on themselves and kind of have an idea of what you want to do with your life,
right?
As far as in your personal life or in your career. Have an idea what you want to do. Be able to articulate your goals and your dreams. That's the key thing. Be able to articulate your goals and your dreams. Have an idea of the steps you want to take. Of course, life may work out in a certain way where, you know, it may go in a different direction. But have an idea what you want to do in the direction you want to go. So once you have that down, you kind of start to tell people your ideas. Of course, if it's a business idea or something like that, you may not want to tell people, because, you know,
capitalize on your business idea.
But for me, when it comes to, like, for example, this program, like, if somebody at Western Michigan takes this idea and use it, like, I'm not really mad, because my main thing is I want to do something for the students. So at least be confident enough, or get to a point where you can tell part of your dreams and goals without maybe sharing too much. But once you figure that out, people will start connecting you, like, oh, I know this person who does that. Like, say, for example, you want part of my goal is economic empowerment in Black communities, mainly through local businesses. Right. So I tell people, and then they may connect you with them, and then that person may connect you with somebody else. So you tell people your dreams or ideas or some of your goals, or just the impact you want to have, what you want to do. You continue to tell people that, and they may connect you to somebody else and connect you to somebody else. And they just see that you're, like, a driven young person that's passionate. And then they see the drive in you, and they want to help you. So they will just start connecting with other people. And once they connect you with those people, you know, sit down, maybe email or text them, and just say, hey, could we get lunch, you know? And then have an idea. I make, like, a list. When I have lunch with somebody, I have, like, a list of 5-6 things I want to talk about and things I want to cover. Of course, you want the conversation to be organic, but you have
gotta ask some questions too.
You gotta ask some questions.
Questions for sure. So I completely understand it, and that's sweet though. That's sweet. And also, one thing I know just from experience is you just got to be a lot of relationships and a lot of connections comes from just being a likable person. Yeah, like. And that's what you brought up. You were saying, like, you know yourself and make sure you're good within yourself before you start trying to reach out to everybody. That way you know what you want to do. And that's such a huge part, because it's a lot of people, they may not know you or know exactly what you're about, but they may have a simple conversation with you and see that you have a good heart, pure heart, whatever. And, like, you know what? I like this young man. Like, they just want to help out. So that is very true, man. That is very true.
And the bad thing about that is, unfortunately, and it's important, like I said, to work on yourself, but also keep yourself filled with knowledge and wisdom and a good understanding of the field you're going in and what you want to do, because a lot of people can be corrupt. You know, unfortunately, it's the world we live in. You know, the people are corrupt, people evil, people want to take advantage of you. So you got to know what you're talking about and make sure you have your morals and ethics together. So once somebody may refer you to somebody, and then you see, like, their morals and their ethics is not really, like, you know, on a you know,
on a positive note or something like that.
So you gotta really just be aware that, like, oh yeah, I connected with that person and I want a mentor, but I'm not that desperate to have a mentor.
Yeah,
you know,
have your standards.
Yeah, have your standards. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Have your standards for a mentor. You know, and I admire my mentors, man. I just met with my mentor today, and man, just super appreciative. And every time I meet with my mentor, I feel like I need to read like 20 more books, 20 videos just to get on that level, you know.
They say millionaires and billionaires read a lot, so
yeah,
and I believe it's true, because the more I've read books, the more I've learned, just like financial wise and just whatever I'm interested in. The more I've read things about that topic, the more educated I became about that topic. And I mean,
definitely.
So I mean, just be selective on what you read, and it's all about when you want to do it. I mean, it's a lot of education in books. I put it that way. It's so much. Yeah, and people don't take advantage of that.
Yeah, don't take self-education for granted. And along with mentors, just a lot of times we look for mentors and people just kind of give us the game, which is cool, but don't look down on self-education and the circle of people around you. Like, one of the reasons why I wanted to connect with you is because, you know, you're a very wise, you know, guy, and
that's why I love your company.
Yeah,
that's why I love your company, because you be on the same thing. Yeah, we both always working, and we both always trying to get stuff into play and got new ideas, all kind of stuff. So
exactly,
I love that. I'm like, look. Like, we gotta link back up. We gotta talk. We gotta chop it up
and be around people that can teach you stuff, man. Like I remember we had that one conversation a couple weeks ago. You and Ellis, that was talking about
the whole conversation.
Like financial. we was at beat-ups like 1 a.m, just having the conversation about money and finances and all that. And for a moment, I got quiet because I didn't really know what to talk about. But I'm taking all that game in from y'all who know what y'all talking about when it comes to like finances and financial literacy, investing, life insurance and all that. Y'all knew what y'all was talking about. I thought, you know, like I said, I thought not financial literacy, but I thought life insurance for like a scam. Health insurance plan. I thought that was a scam for the longest, like life insurance for some reason.
No, bro, that's important.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, this is where I come from. I thought any insurance is a scam. Credit cards, all that insurance, that's a scam. Don't do it. But y'all put me hit the game, and I'm like, damn, I never knew.
It's like that, and that's the beauty of being around people that's driven and stuff just like you, because you never know what you might learn. And like with that conversation, it was just a cool conversation, because it was just, I mean, we was just kicking it, but it wasn't like we was trying to teach each other anything. We was just kicking it and just having a conversation, and when you sit back and listen, or if you just paying attention to the conversation, the dude's your man's, then your man's. So you're gonna listen, and it's just cool, man. It's a beautiful thing for sure. It's for sure a beautiful thing. Anything you want to add before we move on, bro? Because we gotta move on to the next topic. So is there anything you want to add before we move on?
I know we could talk about study abroad, financial literacy. We could talk about all that for days. So yeah, we definitely got to move on.
All right, man. Well, I'm about to get into my selection, my music selection. I think I got some J. Cole for y'all. Actually, it's Dreamville. I got to cut the computer back on before I get it going. But anyway, it'll be Dreamville, Under the Sun.